Hello everybody, this is YSGuru, and today we're going to do a very special gameplay playthrough of BS, The Legend of Zelda. Now if you've never heard of this, I wouldn't be surprised. BS of course stands for Broadcast Satellite, so this is not BS Zelda, but BS Zelda. This is a very unique game, only available in Japan for the Satellaview system. And if you don't know what that is, it was a very interesting and unique system and device that was made for the Super Famicom back in 1994, where people could actually get this attachment for their Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom, and then download games to it. So this is actually like one of the first examples of a system like a DLC. Sort of the first existence of a downloadable content sort of, peripheral, and it was really interesting. It had a ton of games on it. Zelda, there was 114 games in total. There was Super Mario Brothers, there was Kirby, Harvest Moon, some Wario games, all kinds of interesting stuff. Fire Emblem, F-Zero, and since all the games on this system were, basically DLC, there's no actual physical copy of this game that we're going to play today, the BS Legend of Zelda. And so the only way to play this is with an emulator. So I'm on an emulator, of course, since this game does not exist as an actual physical cartridge or any physical form whatsoever. It only exists as a data dump that somebody saved back from 1995, 96, whenever this was released. And it was released in weekly episodes. So for this, we're going to play each week in turn, and sadly I could only find sort of a patched version of this data on the emulator. So unfortunately this is English version, and the all the text is in English, and I couldn't find the original Japanese data. Sadly, it's really hard to find anything for this system. But this is an official Zelda game. This is not some kind of hack. It is not a mod of any kind. It is an official Zelda game released by Nintendo. Alright, let's check this out. Chapter 1. Now remember, this has English dubbing. I kind of, I'm impressed that somebody would go through all the trouble of translating all the, all the voice acting as well as all the text, but the voice acting is pretty terrible. Anyway, this old guy is supposed to be talking, but it doesn't sound like an old person at all. Another thing that made the Satellaview and these BS games really unique is that they had like really high quality music. So you'll notice that the music in this is a way much more improved version of the original Legend of Zelda music, as well as, of course, having full voice, which you could hear. And of course, back in 1995, this was incredibly impressive to have full voice and the really high quality music. So this is not Link. This is like the story takes place after Link, defeated Ganon and saved the land of Hyrule here. And we are in the search for the 7 mystical tablets. We already have one in inventory, so there's actually 8, but there are 7 that we need to find. So it uses the original Link to the Past, map screen, but it's slightly modified. And all the dungeons in this game are brand new. And most of the talking here is just tutorial that most everybody knows. But remember, originally this game was released so that maybe if you had never played Zelda ever, and you didn't own a copy of The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, the instructions there were to tell you how to play it. Since the player downloading this game didn't have the manual, of course, and didn't know how to, actually control or play the game.
Just received will be displayed. If you press the L button at the subscreen, you will see today's objective. If you press the R
So
button,
once again, you'll see I started with a bunch of items,
If you don't understand how
and
to
Link
use
looks a
an
little
item,
odd. He's got a
you can
funny
use the
cap
button
on,
here. You can
which I
return
kind of
to
like
the
that
game screen
touch.
by
The original
pressing start once
Satellaview
more.
had you made avatars,
Explain how to use
kind of like
new
the
item.
Wii.
Select the B from the bottle from the
You
subscreen.
had sort of like created your little character on the
Start
Wii
once again
U
to close the
for the
window.
Wii universe or
Press the
whatever,
Y
and
button, and the B will be released.
you were actually
If the B
supposed to
does not
use
appear,
your avatar
try
for this
pressing the
game.
button once more.
But the hackers changed it so that it looks kind of like Link with a funny hat, since there's no way to emulate or simulate the user's, very different style of avatars. But yeah, this is not Link. It's supposed to be you, the avatar that you created for your Satellaview account. And there's a time limit too on this game, which I found kind of interesting. You need to get to a certain point and finish everything before the time runs out.
Hear me? You are fighting well, young
Maybe it was, a way to keep kids from playing too
one.
long
We shall predict your
and wasting too much time on games. Who knows? Who knows what they were thinking back in 1995?
Fairies near the youth's location.
Did you hear that? It seems as though fairies have appeared.
And there's some interesting buffs that happen randomly, like every 10 minutes.
Your body will be healed and
As you can just
strengthened.
hear just now, it said, suddenly fairies appeared at my location.
Use this
You'll get
wisely.
buffs like suddenly I'll have full life, like I'll have 20 hearts instead of, the usual 4 or 5 that I have right now. Let's see, do I have I guess I do have the speed dash already. So I have 5 hearts, but, suddenly you could have like all 20, like a 20 heart thing, but it only lasts for a few minutes. And then there's buffs like suddenly having infinite bombs or infinite arrows or infinite magic, which lasts for, 5 minutes or something. So it's very interesting. There's even weather effects. The weather changes, and depending on the weather, things are different. But for this playthrough, we're going to go through all these unique dungeons. It's not necessarily, a long game, so I don't expect this to be a long series. In fact, I'm planning on doing 1 episode for each of the week releases, and there were 4 weeks, so it should be about 4 episodes. Really? I have to rent those? Like 10 minutes for the level 2 sword. And then it disappears. I'm not going to waste my money on that junk. You'll notice the music is the classic, Zelda music, but it's revamped and it's fixed up. Some sort of nice, really nice, cool sounding versions. Sadly, I noticed whenever the talking occurs,
If you press the X button while above ground,
and the these tutorials happen, the music gets changed.
entirety, press the X button.
Like the tracks get changed. I'm not sure if that's a bug on the emulation
Press the X
or
button
if
while labyrinth
the
will
actual
appear
game
on
was
your
like
design.
that. But
Find a dungeon map.
it's a
and
little
you'll be able to
annoying.
see
You'll
the
hear
rooms
the
that
music
not yet
change to
explored.
different versions
When
of
you obtain the
itself.
sword, you will be able to charge
Even though
power
we're not in an area where that
with
music is
ready
usually
and
played.
There are many traps within a dungeon. Be sure not to overlook keys and switches hidden under pots. There are also doors which cannot be opened by switches.
And some of these music tracks, I mean, they sound awesome, but when they end, it just goes to the next music track. Alright, so we're in the first dungeon here. And you'll notice the music hasn't changed to, dungeon music yet, but when the track ends, it'll switch. So yeah, it makes the music a little off. Can I move any of these? Yeah, I guess what I wanted to say was, you know, being a hack and this game not really existing in any other form except for data form now, it's still impressive that people were able to actually emulate this and make a backup of it. So what I'm really curious about is all these new dungeons. I know the map screen there said level 2. I guess this is level 2, not level 1. Since we have the first of the stone tablets already. So the first dungeon here is probably going to be a little easier. But then I expect them to get harder and harder as we go.
Young one, are you fighting a difficult battle?
No, I'm not.
I have another prediction for you.
Hocus pocus. You will now
Hocus pocus, and I
certainly
guarantee you
receive
they
keys
did not
for
say
any
that in the
monsters
original
to be
Japanese.
defeated. But
Hocus
this won't
pocus,
last
come
for
on.
long.
Is that so? Did you hear that, young
Yes, I
one?
did hear that.
Defeat as many monsters as you can now, and work on collecting rupees.
So there's a buff going on right now that all enemies that die will drop rupees, high valuable rupees, and that lasts for a certain amount of time. So it's kind of interesting. They've added a lot of different things that are not, you know, in the original Zelda, Link to the Past.
Mr. Regina,
What is it?
I have seen a vision of arrows. The quantity of arrows will change. It will soon be possible to use many.
Is that so? Did you hear that?
Yes,
young
I did
one?
hear that, old one.
who
So
carries
suddenly
a
my
bow
arrows are
will
infinite now.
strike indefinitely.
There are some monsters in dungeons which can't be defeated by a blade. Hit them with your bow.
So now I have unlimited arrows for a short amount of time. As you can see, the infinity mark underneath the arrows, but it only lasts for like maybe 5 minutes or something. Maybe less. Yeah, that music is definitely dope. Sweet. But it is a little weird hearing music that's not the dungeon music. Occasionally the dungeon music will play. I don't think I have the key. I'm missing the big key. Yep.
Master Hajina! Master Hajina!
What are you shouting about? What has happened?
The northern magic shop!
The magic shop to the north of the temple, huh?
So cheesy.
The one with the mysterious
The
witch
magic shop to the
nearby.
north of the
Right.
temple. Like,
It looks like the Northern Magic Shop is now selling a new type of
there's a
potion.
new potion there.
Oh? What sort of potion?
Well, it's gold, and drinking it recovers all your strength and magic. Not only that, the time it takes to charge your power will be shortened for 10 minutes. But only one of these can be made in a day.
Oh, that's excellent. Till this day, they have sold only blue, red, and green potions.
Yeah, definitely the
returns
basic
strength.
tutorial.
Green replenishes magic. Blue recovers both. Young one, do your best to obtain this treasure.
So just informing me about the new potion exclusive to this game. Yeah, once again, there are a lot of hacks of,
Are you
Legend of
tired from
Zelda,
your travels?
Link to the Past.
That's right. I forgot to pass down to you my
But
brother's
this is like
words.
one of the only
Listen
official
There are
new
enemies in
version
the
that's
Eastern
released by
Temple who
Nintendo.
carry shields. Defeat them with a
Not a
bow.
fan-made game, but an
Do you
actual,
understand?
legit Nintendo release, which makes this game very unique. I'm going to try to show all the secret rooms as well, so you can use this video as a playthrough, as a walkthrough, and I'll be showing like all the secret areas,
Mr.
at least for the
Regina,
dungeons.
What is it?
the power to certainly obtain rupees from enemies has vanished.
Is that so? Defeated foes may no longer become rupees.
Correct.
So the buff
Well,
for the
it's
extra
so
rupees from
worse.
enemies is gone.
Rain is near.
Young one, did you hear? My brother once told me that while rain falls, one cannot use bombs. Young one, should you come upon a suspicious place before the rain starts, use a bomb to destroy its facade.
Hint there about bombing, cracked walls, but in this game actually when it's raining outside, you can't use bombs outside, which makes sense because the rain extinguishes the flame on the end of the bomb wick, and so you can't actually use bombs
A
outside.
thick fog has appeared. Young one, hurry before it rains.
So it's gonna rain soon,
Mr.
he's
Regina.
warning us.
What is it?
The power of unlimited arrows has vanished.
So now the arrows are back to
It
normal.
seems you no longer have infinite arrows. Did you hear, young one?
Yes, I heard.
From
Now be
on,
quiet.
You must keep a close eye on the number of your arrows.
Could have sworn the boomerang would stun enemies, but maybe not. Oh, great. Everybody's favorite mini boss. Feels like my sword is shorter than usual. But that's probably just me sucking.
The rain has finally begun to fall. You will now be unable to use bombs in rainy areas. Do you understand? understand, child?
No, I do not understand.
Oh, isn't that a Zora? Young one, you must be wary of the Zoras.
I have to be wary of the Zoras. So when it's raining, also a lot of the enemies change into the Zora enemies. Real quick, I'm going to go back and show those rooms that I missed. So don't worry, I'll probably make some cuts here in the video and show these secret rooms that I missed. So it's interesting, these secret rooms work like the original Legend of Zelda, where there's no actual crack in the wall. So you can see the secret room on the map, but the wall didn't actually have a crack in it, and so you just have to put a bomb there. There we go. And, you know, destroy the wall, but there's no actual hint. Like the original NES Zelda, there was no actual hint, you know, that a wall was actually bombable. So there's that one. There's one here. Well, mostly money, huh? So there's that secret room.
What? Is it still raining? Can bombs still not be used?
Not yet, but I feel a mysterious force. Some kind of strange power gathers around the youth.
Some kind of power?
Correct.
God, please stop
5,
with the terrible acting.
4, 3, 2, 1. It has vanished.
Occasionally, it'll be like Link casting one of those magic spells, but it's random. Okay, there's a secret room over here we missed. As you can see, there's no cracks in the wall. The only way to know is pretty much with the map. Oh, hey, it's a Yankee Punk. Fine, I'll give you my money. Give me more bombs. And of course, he can't let me carry any more for today. Alright, let's go to the next secret we
Press and
missed.
hold the B button to charge power in your sword. When your power is completely charged,
There's one here I didn't know about. Ooh. And there's one more secret here. It's kind of interesting the way they, did this game. Wow, look at all the rupees you can get. You get up to like 10,000 or more. Notice they added extra digits up there. Alright, that is the end of the first dungeon here for week 1.
Forgive me. I will tell you something my brother told me. Listen well, young one.
I do not want to listen to you at all, old one.
Whose bodies are
And you don't sound old to me at all.
But their weakness is in their tails. Charge your power and release it quickly. Do you understand? Remember it well, young one.
I wanted to show real quick, this is the first dungeon, the level 1 ruins, and of course if you look at the map, the whole map has been revealed. And while I was wandering around in here,
Once more.
I noticed that all the chests are open up and all the traps are, triggered and all the key doors are opened. And that's because Link was here before us. And Link, took all the treasures and opened all the locked doors and beat the boss.
Press the R button on the subscreen. To return to the
So if you come to this place, there's no boss, there's no
if you press the X
treasures,
button,
so there's really no point in entering this area, but I thought it was just kind of interesting to see like the walls are already broken,
Press the X button once more
where
to return
Link,
to the game
put
screen.
bombs and all the treasures are used. It's kind of interesting. But of course this dungeon isn't part of this new story really, it's just you can come here and check it out for fun. But Link didn't leave any treasure chests for us.
Wait, south of the temple. Please stop.
Oh god. That's the excellent voice acting of Princess Zelda.
Master Regina, this is terrible.
What is it?
Princess Zelda is being pursued by monsters.
What? Where is she?
She is by the glade to the south of the temple.
She must have been followed when she left here.
Hey Zelda,
Young one, you have to help her.
I have to help her, huh? Yeah, I saw there was a bombable wall in there, but let's help Zelda. Looked like she was having fun there, actually. Sure, and with pleasure. Okay. I'll take you back to the castle with pleasure. We shouldn't go in there. Okay, so when Zelda's with me, I can't go in the caves. So it's kind of cool. Zelda's in this as well, and you actually get to do the escort. And telling a little bit of the story here. We, as this strange hero, appeared in this world just randomly in a ray of light. We are the hero of light. Wait, I thought Link was the hero of light.
A suspicious peddler has set up shop in a hole south of the temple.
Huh. What's this?
You remind me of someone else
What
I
sort
know.
of things
Someone
does
who
he have
saved
to
me in the
offer?
past.
It seems that if you do something
He was
for him,
small, but a
it
true
might heal the
hero.
problem.
So that's the reference
Is
to
that
Link, of
so?
course.
I've been looking forward to a time such as this. South of the temple, was it? Close to here. Aha! Alas! Alas!
The
Now is
talking
not
is
the
kind of
time
annoying
for
when the
this.
story is going at the same
I
time.
wonder if the princess is safe. But surely just a little look wouldn't hurt. No, I mustn't.
That's a small rupee award? Whoa.
Master Regina,
What is it?
さすが金持ち
Has
の
the
お姫
mysterious
様だ
peddler
ね。
disappeared?
Super rich
No.
princess.
it is merely that the quantity of bombs has returned to normal. The peddler is still in business.
Is that so? Then perhaps
Yeah, the
I
talking
will
gets
secretly
pretty
take a
annoying,
look.
but once again, it was the Japanese tutorial
Young
to help people that had never
you must
actually
be
played a Zelda
conscious
game
of the
before
number of bombs you possess.
when they had downloaded this
10
game.
minutes remain. Be sure to hurry.
Yeah, I'm running out of time, apparently. Actual game time. So let's grab a few extra things. Alright, everybody, I ran out of time, and so the chapter is gonna end.
How are you doing, young one? Do you tire? It looks as though you were able to help Princess Zelda.
It seems that you're striving to be a hero in bravery as well. Thank you for rescuing me. You're the only one left who can help us. Though your task is difficult, please, don't give up.
Princess, it looks as though the youth has found some stone tablets.
Mysterious characters are written here. However, I believe that more of these tablets are hidden around Hyrule.
Is that so? It is possible that if one travels to my brother's house in Kakariko Village, some clues will be found.
Talk about terrible translation
Princess,
for the names of
I
places.
think you should try accompanying the youth.
Oh? Sorry, but I should not leave the castle again. Please return home safely.
Alright, everybody. We're gonna go to this guy's
This
brothers.
is the house of my brother. No. Srala, the elder of Hyrule. It has grown late. We will rest here.
Don't forget to migrate your SRAM file. Roger that. Alright, everybody, this is the week 1 of the BS Legend of Zelda, the 7 Stone Tablets on the Satellaview system. Pretty interesting game. Want to thank you all for watching and hope you enjoyed. I'm going to do all 4 weeks, probably in 4 episodes here. So there's week 1. You get your results. No deaths, got 2 tablets, 6 hearts, and wow, that's a lot of money. And you get some negatives for if you're dying or losing health. A pretty interesting game. I'm looking forward to doing the whole thing. And if you need a walkthrough for this game, then these videos are for you. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. In the next episode, we'll do week 2 of this story. じゃあ皆さん、またね。